Good morning everyone. Welcome to Gyanjyoti online classes. Today we will learn about the class 8 science, that is your chapter number 3. This is the remaining part of the chapter number 3. Okay. So the name of the chapter is your materials in daily life. Okay. So student, we have already discussed about we already discussed one video about this topic. So this is the second part of this. Here we discuss about the plastic. Okay. So student, plastic. The word plastic derived from a Greek word, that is plastikos. Okay. So plastikos is a Greek word from which the word plastic is derived. Okay. So what is the meaning of plastikos? The meaning of plastikos is it is fit for molding. Okay. So the name suggests, the word suggests that this is a material by which we can easily change the shape by continuous process. Okay. So let's discuss the type of plastics. Okay. So mainly plastics are of two types. One is thermoplastic and another is thermosetting plastic. Okay. So student, let's first discuss about the thermoplastic. Okay. Suppose this is a source of the plastic. Even I think that I have to change it into a triangle. Okay, then I warm it. After that, it will be come to a softened form. Then after that, I will be easily convert into a triangle. After some time, I thought that no, I have to change it into a rectangular form. Then again, I have to warm it, and it can be easily converted into a rectangular shape. Okay. And after that, even I thought that I have to convert it just like a toy shape. Okay. Then again I have to heat it, and it can be easily converted into a angle shape. Okay. But in case of thermosetting plastic, the word is thermosetting. Set means fix. Okay. So thermosetting plastic are those plastics which is, suppose this is the source of the plastic. Even I converted it into a switch, like from electric switch. Okay. Then after heating it cannot be modulated into the another form. It can be set in a permanent shape and structure. Okay. It cannot be changed by the heating. So this type of plastics are called your thermosetting plastic, and the types of plastic which can be easily changed its shape by heating, those are called your thermoplastic. Okay, student. So how this process can be possible? Okay. So you know that it is one type of your the plastic is also made up of many polymers. And what is the polymer? A large number of monomers combined together form a polymer. Okay. So the plastic is made up of also numbers of polymers. So this is a polymer chain, this is a polymer chain. Okay. In this way, a large number of polymer chains are combined together to form plastic. Okay. So in case of thermoplastic, the chains are present in linear motion. Okay. They are present in a linear way. They all are parallel to each other. Whenever we warm it or we provide heat, they slide upon each other. So they easily changes into another. But in case of thermosetting plastic, the polymer chains are cross-linked with each other. Okay. They are just like they cross-linked with each other. So whenever we provide heat, they cannot be slide or they cannot be moved. So they cannot be converted into another cell. They are fixed in some proper cell. Okay. So this is the different type of plastic. Okay. Now discuss about what is the thermoplastic. Okay. Take the definition. The plastic which get deformed easily on heating and can be bent easily are called thermoplastic. Okay. So thermoplastic are those plastic which can be easily deformed by heating, and they can be easily converted into another shape. Okay. So they are called your thermoplastic. So let's discuss about the various characteristics of the thermoplastic. Okay. So thermoplastic can be stretched easily. Okay. You just seen the various water pipe also. They can be when they flexible, so we can easily stretch them. Okay. After that, they can be softened or round. Okay. Whenever we provide heat, they become soft. After that, they are very flexible. Whenever we try to bend it, they can easily bend. Okay. So they are very flexible. Okay. So the example of the thermoplastic, they may be very common, that is polyethylene and actually PVC, that is polyvinyl chloride, where the maximum plastic uses are can be met. Okay. Okay. So here we discuss another type of plastic, that is your thermosetting plastic. Okay. So what is the definition of thermosetting plastic? The plastic which can module bonds cannot be softened by heating are called thermosetting plastic. Okay. So one type of plastic, that is your thermoplastic, those plastics which can be easily moduled by heating, but thermosetting plastic are those which cannot be moduled after heating. They can be fixed in a such single cell. Okay. So example of the most famous example of the thermosetting plastic is your baking. Okay. They can prepare for various preparing of various utensils. Also they have used as a floor of various houses. Okay. So next, the characteristics of the thermosetting plastic, that is they are very hard and rigid, but in case of thermoplastic they are very soft and they can be easily bent. Okay. But here thermosetting plastic are hard and rigid. Okay. After that, it cannot be remoduled. In case of thermoplastic, they can be remoduled easily by heating, but here the thermosetting plastic cannot be remoduled. Okay. After that, they burn or decay. Okay. They cannot be, they can melt or they cannot be soft. They can burn after providing or heat. Okay. So these are the property of the thermosetting plastic. Okay. So next discuss about the various advantages of plastics. First one, that is these are inert to chemical. You have seen student various chemicals are stored inside the various jar that is made up of plastic, because the maximum plastic which are less reactive towards the chemical. Okay. So it cannot be react with various chemicals, so it is an inert to chemical. We can easily store various chemical substances into the plastic jar. After that, they are very light, strong and durable. In our ancient times, we have seen various utensils are made up of metals and soils. Okay, so they are very heavy or they cannot be a long durable. Okay, but plastic is very lightweight and strong and they are very durable. So nowadays various house using utensils are made up of plastics. Okay, after that, plastic are thermal and electrical insulator. Insulator means they cannot conduct. Okay, that is heat or that may be electricity. Okay, plastics material, as you have seen that the handle of various cooking utensils are made up of pure plastic, because plastic cannot conduct heat. Okay, so we can easily hold the handle and we have safely able to cook the food. After that, the cover of various electrical wire are made up of plastic, because why because it's safe from the electricity, because the plastic cannot conduct electricity also. So plastic is a thermal and electrical insulator. Okay, so this is the advantage of the plastic. Now the hazard or the destruction which can be caused by the plastic. Okay, first is environmental damage. Okay, because plastic is a non-biodegradable substance. Okay, if a plastic has to be degraded completely or to dissolve with completely, it can take thousands of years to decompose completely. So it cannot be easily assimilated with the earth surface. So it causes heavier environmental damage. After that, it is a threat to animals. Okay, what is a threat to animals? We have thrown various plastics with our various vegetable waste. Okay, so various domestic animals like cow, buffalo, they swallow it with the garbage. Okay, so it can be go to their stomach and causes severe damage to him. Okay, after that it causes pollution. It causes air pollution, land pollution and water pollution. How? Even we burn the plastics object, that may causes a severe smoke. Okay, at the result that our air it causes air pollution. But whenever we throw it inside the any type of water body, that may be a sea, a river, that may be a pond, it can cause a severe damage to the aquatic animals also, and it also decrease the quality of the water. So it causes water pollution. After that, whenever it throw any side of the land, then it cannot be easily assimilated with the soil, and it causes kill to various helpful microorganisms present in the earth, or also decrease the fertility of the soil. So it causes soil pollution. Okay, so this is the hazard of using plastic. Now let's discuss how we can in management of plastic waste. Okay, how can we easily use and we can minimize the harmfulness of the plastic. Okay, so the management of plastic can be done by 4R principle. Okay, so what is the 4R principle? It is 1R is reduce, reuse, recycle, and recover. This is the 4R principle by which we can easily management the uses of the we can done the management of the plastic. First is what? Reduce. Okay, reduce. What is reduce? Reduce means we have to minimize our utilize of the plastic. Okay, even we go to our market, then we cannot hold anything. We purchase something, then we ask for give me a polythene bag, carry it. Okay, so in this way we use the plastic unwantedly. We have to carry a bag which is made up of cloth or made up of jute. Okay, so by using this type of packets, we can easily reduce the consumption of the plastic. Okay, so in this way we have to reduce the uses of the plastic. After that, for reuse. Okay, even we can. It is clear that we cannot be live nowadays without the using of the plastic. Okay, so whenever we purchase a bottle of water, okay, after drinking it, we not have to be throw it outside. We may use that bottle for a long period of time by storing water, that may be storing oil inside that. Okay, so we have to use that after repeat and repeat. Okay, so we may use we may have to reuse the plastic. After that, recycle. Okay, whenever a plastic product may be broken or that may be damaged, we cannot have to throw outside there. We may have to send it into the junk vendor. They may visit street to street. We must have to provide it to the junk vendor. They can transport it to the industry, and where they can easily recycle, and they can form into a new product. Okay, so in this way we can minimize the harmfulness or the hazardness of the plastic. After that, we have to recover all the damage that can be caused by the plastic, and we have to use the plastic judicially manner. Okay, so in this way we can do the management of the waste plastic. Okay, student. So here we conclude the chapter number 4, chapter number 3, that is materials in daily life.